Money grows, peace can grow. Money stay grow, only money grows.
What's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy King Marcel, and we are back with another video. So unless you've been living under a rock, we all heard about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Very unfortunate, very crazy, especially the conversations that have been taking place afterwards. A lot of people have kind of been losing it and showing like they true selves, and it's like despite everything that is happening in the world and that may be happening to your particular people, I feel like people's morality is really on the table right now, and a lot of people are showing that they just do not have any type of compassion for anybody or anything. And hey, the Bible said that this time was gonna come, and I don't know, but a lot of people didn't think that was gonna actually happen. But a lot of finger pointing has been going on since this happened. Literally the current title that Flacco got on this video is they are saying Israel killed Charlie. And it wouldn't shock me. He's kind of been switching off of a lot of their talking points that they want, you know what I'm saying, in the media, and they probably don't like that too much. So we about to see what this video is about. If you guys are new here, and even if you're not, if you want to support the channel, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop a video here. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and join the kingdom. But with that being said, let's get right into this one.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Y'all got my attention now, bro. I'm sitting up straight for this, man. There are theories being thrown out there, not by the idiots, not by stupid people, not by the nincompoops we would just naturally ignore because they're stupid, but
Right.
It's being thrown out there by smart people, by very smart people. And the theories are that Charlie Kirk may have been taken out by his second greatest ally, second to the United States, Israel.
He said, he wrote me a letter on May 2nd this year.
And
he said,
that's something that I wanted to talk about in a later video. I just really feel like when Trump came out and spoke about it, when RDJ, whatever the hell his name is, came out and spoke about it, it just felt very disingenuous for some reason. Like the energy was off. It was really off, and it just seemed like the same old talking points. You know what I'm saying? Like he really didn't like as if he didn't support them, and as if he wasn't one of the main reasons why they won over the youth vote. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, just the way that they were speaking on him, like it just felt very forced. And I think that it came out that the thing that Trump said when we all first found out that he actually passed, that was written by AI. And it's like, that's what I'm saying. It seems very cold. I don't know. Let's see.
And one of my greatest joys as a Christian is advocating for Israel and forming alliances to defend Judeo-Christian civilization. A few weeks before the tragedy yesterday, I called him and I spoke to him and I said, please come to Israel. I invited him to Israel. And sadly, that visit will not take place. But he was a defender of our common Judeo-Christian civilization. He was unbelievably excited to walk in the footsteps of Jesus here. He valued our bond, the bond between America and Israel.
The way they just get up there and lie is crazy.
Did so many things to defend free speech. He had his truth. Genuinely. He stood up for it. But he said, you can come and debate me. He invited that debate. He certainly didn't invite the violence, the horrible violence that tried to silence him. And you know,
are we supposed to care about this coming from the person who are literally dropping bombs on kids though? Like that's what I'm saying. Like how this feels so disingenuous, and this is just the same old rhetoric, the same old talking points to get people to either be on their side or not. And it's like, come on, this was somebody who was supposed to be a friend of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And he's gone, and y'all just using his death to keep pushing y'all agendas. And it's like that don't sit right. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely didn't agree with everything that he said, but a lot of the stuff that Kirk said, I agreed with. But it didn't. I don't think he deserved to die for it. And because what's stopping somebody from killing me for having the type of viewpoints that I have? I feel like our people just, man, it's this all inclusive thing trying to force everybody together. It's not working. And it's like, for these people though to be talking over this man's body like this, and it's just it's not the fact. Oh, it sounds like a lot going on, but it's not the fact that he's a friend of theirs and they're talking from a point of sympathy and sorrow. It's just to push the agenda forward still, and that's just wild to me.
So, this is a worldwide problem. The people on the on the extremes, the Islamists, the radical Islamists, and their union with the ultra progressives, they often speak about human rights. They speak about free speech, but they use violence to try to take down their enemies. Whether it's President Trump, who's been almost assassinated twice, or they try to kill me here too.
Charlie Kirk ain't been dead for 24 hours, and BB is already on national television using Charlie Kirk's death for Israel propaganda. Charlie Kirk wrote me a letter, and in his letter, he says his life mission is to support Israel. Now he's dead. Y'all gotta carry on his life mission. Y'all gotta support Israel too.
I'm glad I'm not the only one saying it. It's coming off. It's coming off cold, bro. And if they the ones who really carried it out and did that to that man, that's man. I just say these Jewish people, they better. I don't know what they thinking right now, bro. They are acting very irrational. Very irrational. Like, it's like, what do y'all think? It's like y'all trying to force people's hands. But it's like, I feel like they trying to force people's hands into other stuff. But it's like everything that happens, it's like people are looking at y'all. I don't know if y'all blueprint still working. Genuinely. Like, y'all, they need to chill.
The same people who killed Charlie Kirk, even though we don't have the identity of who killed Charlie Kirk, but the same people who killed Charlie Kirk are the same people who don't like Israel. They've been telling you guys that I'm a genocidal war criminal. You got to support me because Charlie Kirk would support me.
Like, what?
This dude is shameless. Do you not know? Now, he expressed that Charlie Kirk was his good friend, but the one thing we know, if there's one person who got a good back cross in his pocket, is BB. Oh, we've seen what happened in Qatar, bro. They showed up for peace negotiations and BB took them out. No shame whatsoever, bro. Now, the reason why, though, the foreign entity being accused of taking out Charlie Kirk is gaining steam is because we still don't know who killed Charlie Kirk. Whoever did this is savvy enough, is skilled enough to where they were able to trick the FBI not once, not twice, but 3 different times.
Exactly. And then that's the thing too, is like, how y'all ain't finding this man? How wasn't the roof being covered? It's just a lot of holes that as time goes on, a lot of questions ain't being answered for real. So it's like, and what's this?
Arrested 3 different suspects.
Did he get set up?
They still haven't gotten the right
like,
one.
Bro, did they just get backdoored? That's what it seemed like. He just get backdoored, bro, because he wasn't trying to push
we all
the same agendas that he's been pushing.
Lost, no matter what side of the political aisle you're on, we lost something important in America today. But the case goes on. The investigation goes on. There's a lot of piecing of evidence together. We don't have a shooter tonight. We have a couple leads, a couple people that were released that probably aren't the shooter. There's a couple hot leads. There's a little bit of foreign intelligence. And I think over the next couple of days, we will learn a lot more. And hopefully we will bring to justice the evil person who did what they did to Charlie today.
What does that even mean? There's a little bit of foreign intelligence at play here. Why will foreign intelligence be at play here? Foreign intelligence is only at play if the government and the FBI and the people who are investigating this believe that a foreign nation sent the hit on Charlie Kirk. Now, the thing is, what foreign nation will have an invested interest in wanting Charlie Kirk dead?
Right.
Who and what? That's where
I don't see why Iran
comes into play. Apparently, somebody who was linked to Charlie Kirk, they made a tweet last month, actually, on the 13th of August. And the tweet says, Charlie Kirk believes that if he goes against Israel and Bibi, that they will kill him. Now, this was a tweet that was put out a month before his death.
What?
With no inkling, with no confirmation that Charlie Kirk would be assassinated. They just put this out there because this is what they heard from somebody close to Charlie. So the tweet was actually in response to Ian Carroll saying, yo, Charlie Kirk and others, they can't really speak to Nick Fuentes because they fear that Nick Fuentes' message will be disseminated and the powers that be will be upset at them. Well, that was confirmed by Harrison. Harrison said, yo, I'm not going to name names, but I was told by someone close to Charlie.
The reason I'm saying this makes a lot of sense is because I just seen Candace Owens talking about Kirk, and I didn't realize they were as close as they were. You know what I'm saying? Like I know they used to do a lot of events and stuff together, but I didn't realize they was as close as they were. Isn't Nick Fuente, you know who I'm talking about, this nigga Nick, isn't he working for Candace? I think he be having segments on her show now. And we know this man. If you guys have never seen this man's YouTube or his TikToks, he just tell the truth and gives us all the information about the stuff that's going on with these people, like the all of the connections between Black Rock and Israel and the blackmailing that's been going on, the stuff with Diddy and all, and how none of this stuff has been a coincidence, that all of these trials and all of these PDF files have been being exposed. It's all connected. He's one of the main guys, you know what I'm saying, speaking on that. So if Israel found out that he was in talks to interview this man and supposedly have a debate against this man, I feel like a lot of truth is going to come out. Things that Kirk wouldn't be able to argue, that Kirk would have to go along with. So they killed him before he could give them that platform.
Charlie Kirk, that Charlie thinks Israel
will kill allegedly, him, right? Allegedly, right?
Now, what's the one way that you're going to get BB on your bad side? Well, if you platform Nick Fuentes and let Nick Fuentes utilize your millions of followers to disseminate his message about BB. When Charlie passed away, this tweet began to resurface. I think the tweet initially had about like 1 million views. After like Charlie's death, within a few hours, it's climbed to like 10 million. So Harrison was forced to make a video addressing what he said in that tweet. And here's what he had to say.
I wanted to make a video at least to talk a little bit about my tweet that's gone completely viral from last month. It's now the #1 tweet on anything Benjamin Netanyahu is posting. So thanks, guys. Really glad I'm on his radar now. That's cool.
I mean, it's your fault. You posted that.
But it's true. I mean, I don't really have too much to add to it, honestly. I'm not going to say who it was that told me because they've asked me not to, kind of for obvious reasons. So if they want to go public, they're more than welcome to. I don't have much to add to it other than basically like a month ago, I watched an interview with Megyn Kelly and Charlie Kirk, and I thought they looked scared, and I commented on that, made a video out of it. And then like a day or so later, I was talking to this person, and the way I remember the conversation going was that we were just talking about sort of Israel and Zionism and Zionist influencers, and Charlie Kirk came up, and I remember the other person saying to me, well, you know, Charlie Kirk says he's afraid to go against Israel because he thinks they might kill him. And I said, that's crazy because I just made that video about how Charlie Kirk seems scared. That's crazy that you're saying that right now. That's the way the conversation, I remember it going. It may have been the other way around. I may have said they look scared, and they said, well, you know, he says he thinks, you know, Israel will kill him for going against him. But then we talked about other stuff. You know, we moved on. I don't really have any more information other than that.
Let's unpack this real quick. Now, this is all theory, by the way. This is just opinions. I have no credible evidence that BB and Israel will want Charlie Kirk gone. This is just me entertaining the theory if this is true. The one thing America has been united on, if you look over the last 4 years, the one thing that both sides, rather is conservatives, rather is liberals, rather is black, rather is white, rather is Mexican, rather is Japanese. The one thing America has been united on is we do not want to fight any foreign wars on behalf of Israel. we don't want to get involved.
And that's
bro.
as simple as that. Like,
over there dying. We don't want our
like, I feel like the American people are letting that be known as clear as day, except for the ones that's paid off. And the ones that's paid off are the ones that we unfortunately were dumb enough to vote into office. But we have to understand, anybody who signed those agreements to become a part of the government, to not speak out against Israel, they all need to be fired. You pledged the allegiance to a foreign nation in order for you to take office here. They all need to be scrapped and gone, should they not? Like, is that not treason? Isn't that the definition of treason? This is a treasonous act. We have been taken over by a foreign government. And we just, like, we know these people had to sign documents saying they would not speak out against Israel in order to become public officials to speak on our behalf. And it's like we are fueling this slaughter that is happening over there. Our money has been going to these people for decades. They've been getting billions from us yearly for decades at this point, while we over here struggling. And it's like, to the point where when now that people are speaking out on it, they just because they're speaking out on it ain't doing nothing to these folks, right? Just talking about it. Now they killing folks. I don't think that's gonna end well. I don't think that's gonna end well.
Go into an act of genocide.
Like,
we don't want to partake in that. We believe is bad for business. BB's approval rate has been at an all-time low for a while now, but it hit a new record low when he bombed Qatar. Once the Qatar bombing happened, that's when you began to see even the boomers who have been lifelong BB supporters, even they say, yeah, you are a lunatic, bro. You are a maniac. You're going too far. And BB, for the first time in his life, over the last year or two, has been seeing that he don't have the white Christian nationalist support no more, bro. Yeah. And the one thing we know for a fact is not a theory anymore, but it's a fact that BB has been desperate to get the white Christian nationalist support back. He's been doing podcasts with far-right conservatives who he believes have an audience that includes white Christian nationalists. He's been talking to any and everyone that you probably would not expect for a world leader to be talking to. He's been talking to them because he's desperate.
Build a website you love.
Because I feel like he's so desperate because he dug
for your words,
people in such a hole to where now everybody are looking at them like, man, y'all probably are the synagogue of Satan. That's how people are starting to look at them. That's the verbiage that's being used across the world. And we're not seeing it because they own the media. But when you get on TikTok and you tap into France, the stuff that's happening in France, the stuff that's happening in South Africa, the BRISC agreement, like, it's a lot of stuff that's going on that's anti these people. And they trying to make it seem like that they the true Jews when it's coming out that my people are I'm a Jew. I'm the Jew. They not the Jews. So if they not the Jews, who are they? They're Jewish. Right? Wait until we start getting to all this ish conversation. Like the Polish, the Danish, all these issues. People taking the aboriginals of those lands' names and doing outrageous things under their banners. Deception at its finest. And they thinking, I don't know what they think. And they thinking people are stupid. That's the thing. But this is a time where all the darkness is coming to light.
It's a better way. Now, this is where the theory and opinion comes into play. And this is theory now. What's a better way to regalvanize that community back on your side and make them think that y'all are fighting the same fight? If you take out their savior, Charlie Kirk, and then the day that Charlie Kirk gets taken out, you go on national television with a letter that claims, hey, Charlie Kirk wrote me this letter and said his life mission is to regalvanize his community back around Israel. And oh, by the way, not only was Charlie Kirk's life mission to make y'all support Israel, but the same people who took out Charlie Kirk are the same people who try to take me out. And
Like,
I'm fighting
what?
those people, and I'm trying to
How
get
do
back.
you know that? How do you know that? We don't know who the fuck killed excuse my French. We don't know who killed him. So how can you say the same people that killed them are the same people who want to kill me, bro? You giving away your hand, bro. I'm really starting to think that they probably had a hand in this, and that's wild.
And I'm trying to get them too. So we're on the same team now. It feels like a long game and a long play here. Now, a lot of other people, not just myself, but I even seen Patrick Bet-David. Even he was flirting with the idea that maybe a foreign country had a hand in this as well.
What's at the top of the list of your concerns in terms of who did it and why?
So let's process that. Let's look at all the options of who this could be. One, somebody who was just upset after the last 48 hours of what happened, all the divisiveness of the shooting, of the murder of Irina, the Ukrainian young lady. And so somebody may have said, you know what, screw you, Charlie, you've been going too tough, and came and took him out. Okay, that's one. Number two, it could be somebody that has been plotting to take out Charlie for a couple of years, and he's been planning for this because he's the opposing side. Okay, great. Number three, it could be a controlled opposition of somebody that's been funding it for this to happen, and they were trying to fund their patsy. Great. Number four, it could be in the next few days, Chris, if in the next few days, an opposing Charlie Kirk figure, I won't give names because I don't even want to put those names out there. If in the next week, an opposing person from the left gets assassinated, you have to know this is happening from an outside source, a different country that wants to see America have a civil war. We are having so many victories right now. So many things are happening that too many people are afraid. Too many people are respecting America again. Too many people are afraid of America again, like in a respectful way.
What's going on?
These are some of the things I have. And by the way, I'm purely speculating, just like any businessman will do, any investor will do. I'm not, it's one or the other. I'm just saying, I wonder what it is. But those are some of the options.
Honestly, BB is being thrown out there because he's BB, right? He's involved in a lot. But this could have came from anywhere. This could have came from, I don't know, Iran. This could have came from anywhere. You never know exactly who's involved. Bro, we're up against evil infrastructure, bro. The Matrix is evil. Simple as that. Now, they released yet another suspect, but we don't know if this is just yet another person they're about to identify just to interrogate and then let go, as they've done for 3 other people. But apparently it's a little bit more serious because the FBI has put a $100,000 reward for anyone with information leading to the shooter of Charlie Kirk. Now, it's unclear if they're talking about this guy right here, if we have to identify him, because so far he's just a person of interest in connection. They didn't say he was the shooter or killer. He's just a person of interest, right? They put in 3 other person of interest. So right now, if the FBI is having this bad of a time finding out who did it, because the initial description of who the shooter was, they said he was in camo, but he was in like fatigue, military cloth. This dude is walking around in jeans, a shirt, and a hat.
I mean, he could have took that shit off real quick. He doesn't
fit the description.
That's the thing. Like, I mean, are you gonna stand if you just pop somebody of influence in front of a whole crowd? You finna keep on the same stuff that you just popped him with? He got on the bag. Is that all in the bag? You know what I'm saying? This is just what I'm wondering, because if it, not to say I would do anything like this, but if it was me, I'm not gonna keep on the same fit. That would be dumb.
Initially gave. And the FBI has been given a lot of inconsistency. So if somebody is savvy enough to trick the FBI, this has to come from somebody who's a professional. I think a former FBI personality or a former law enforcement personality, for sure. He like did, I think, Fox News or he did the news, and he even said, based on his expertise, this hit 100% had to have been done by somebody with professional capabilities.
I think this assassination, different than the assassinated attempt back in Butler, Pennsylvania, was a very well planned, very well orchestrated plot that was put in motion days before. And this individual had a plan of escape to elude detection of being up on a rooftop and also being able to evade and elude law enforcement after that shot was taken. When you take a look at what happened in Butler, Pennsylvania, Crooks came onto the venue, he left the venue, he came back, he was questioned. I mean, it was really an amateur scenario. This assassination of Charlie Kirk, to me, is indicative of a professional hit. And I'm not so sure that we are going to quickly be able to apprehend this individual without some luck, hopefully.
When you say professional hit, what do you mean by that exactly? Do you mean one shot, one kill, escape, already planned and at large? It looks clean, yes, but could this...
If you are sleeping in a position like this, you are wrecking your body and your breathing. Chronic neck pain happens when your cervical spine is repeatedly
be done by...
Just for talking, you know what I'm saying? He was talking. And somebody paid a professional to whack that man. It's like, and for the people who okay with this, it's like, y'all gotta understand, what about when it's your turn? What about when motherfuckers don't want to hear what you got to say? What then? It's gonna be okay for y'all to get shot? That's because that's the slope that people are going. And it's like dude said, if somebody die on the other side, then it's like, man, y'all ain't doing nothing but doing exactly what they want us to do. And it's like they're pitting us all against each other. And y'all willingly falling for it. It's like,
by anybody with any sort of basic training?
Well, when you take a look at the video and you take a look at the venue and the spectators and how close they are to Charlie Kirk, and then you have that kind of like umbrella over him, that kind of tent, you have to know that this shooter had to be perched in a position with respect to being able to lay his sights perfectly, basically,
like, why it wasn't
a headshot.
Regardless of how you feel about Charlie Kirk, this is bigger than Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
This is not about Charlie Kirk, bro. As an American, you have to be worried, man, that the sovereignty of our nation may be in trouble. If a foreign nation did this to make us go against each other, to start a civil war, to make us fight, then it's working. They're doing a great job at it, because you have people like Steven Crowder, who is coming to his platform where he's advocating for a Democrat to be next. As if that will solve anything.
Exactly.
As if that won't just cause more bloodshed. And as an American, bro,
and it's like, why we still thinking that's gonna fix stuff? Why we still falling for the okie doke? Oh, I'm a Republican. Oh, I'm a Democrat. But we not dealing with the people that's in both parties sacrificing children, though. Like, I'm not understanding this. It's people on both sides of the aisle that is doing this and participating, and they just looking at us like we fools. We have to stop this. We have to stop thinking that the people we put in charge that are messing us over, we have to stop them. We have to stop this. But it's like because you hear that it's work, people like, no, it can't be changed. And it's like, that's lame. I feel like people who do that are worse than the people who even doing stuff, because it's like, we know it's happening, but don't nobody want to do nothing. Like, we that destroyed that people. As long as it's not me, but what if it was you? What was your kids? What if they the next ones? You don't know.
Yeah, if you love Charlie Kirk, it's okay to be angry. If you didn't like him, it's okay to just keep your feelings to yourself and not root for this, man, because we don't know what the plan is. We're up against great evil. We're up against the powers that be, an evil infrastructure. And what I can say, man, as Americans, bruh, our freedom has always been the one thing that made us stand apart from everybody else. And the moment that's threatened, the moment that thing is put in jeopardy, all Americans should be on the side of protecting our freedom, protecting freedom of speech. We should not be celebrating anybody dying for giving opinions. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe that a foreign nation is involved, or do y'all believe the FBI is just incompetent? Let me know in the comment section. And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen.
Like literally, I was playing Marvel Rivals, and it was this girl who was just like, she was just laughing about this, and I'm just like, and then I'm asking her certain questions, and the rhetoric that she giving me is all the same talking points that she hear off of TV, and she was black. And she said she a feminist, so she against this and that. And my main thing with black women when it comes to the feminist thing is that when the feminist movement started, y'all was enslaved with us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was all going through the same type of turmoil as the black man. Y'all don't have the same story as them white women. But she called me the coon because I said that she was wrong for wishing death on somebody just because of something that they were saying. So because then I was like, well, I would be wrong for wishing death on you for the shit that you saying though, right? I don't care what the man is saying. It's just like, what is that type of energy going to fix? Like genuinely, what is that energy going to fix? It's not that energy. Just I can see if it was sound and logic, you know what I'm saying, but it's not. Like, you don't even have your own thoughts. You are going off talking points that the television is telling you to think, and not dissecting things for yourself. Because as soon as I challenged the things that she was saying, all she got to do was talk. So, la, 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 la. It's like, how irrational is that? How do you think that's like that point of view is the way to go, and that people don't want to subscribe to that? They deserve to die. Again, I don't think this current path that people are choosing to take is going to end up well, like genuinely. But things just gotta play out the way that they are. But if you guys like this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop a video here. We on the road to 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys hit that sub button and join the kingdom. But with that being said, King Mark still out. Peace. Rest in peace, Charlie, man. Crazy.
Always alive, looking for the prize. That's eternal life, and bringing the change in my mind. I'm talking real peace of